Good morning, students. So this time we will do some questions related with coordinate geometry, and here in this exercise from 7a, okay, we have to find the distance between the pairs of points. Okay, so these are the pairs of the points. All right, so we have already learned yesterday. I've showed you that whenever we have to whenever we need to find, okay, the distances of the pair, okay, the points. For example, we have this in a plane of paper or in a graph paper. We'll have 4 quadrants, right? 4 quadrants are there. Okay, so there are 4 quadrants. In these 4 quadrants, if we have to find any 2 points, it will be the point that you need to find. It can either be here, okay, or it can either be in quadrant number 3, in any position. Okay, so how do we get those points? How do we find this point? This point, for example, it will be made up of what? It will be made up of the uh, the sequences from x-axis and also from y-axis, right? So if these two, if the x-axis and the y-axis they meet here, you will get this point. Okay, yes or no? So if we want to find this point, for example, this point, it will be made up of what? It will be made up of some points from this x-axis and also some points from this y-axis. So when these 2 points meet from the x and the y-axis, if they meet here, we'll find the point, right? So this is how we will find the points, okay, in coordinate geometry. So yesterday in coordinate geometry, I've already given you the formula also for finding the distance between 2 points. So how do you find the distance between 2 points? It would be what's the formula? The difference between the abscissa plus the difference between the ordinates, right? That is square root of x2 minus x1 whole thing square plus y2 minus y1 whole thing square. No, that is the formula that I've given you yesterday. Okay, so using that formula, we will find the distance between these given points. Okay, what are the points here? The points is 5, 8 and minus 3, 2. Okay, so let us solve this question. Here it says find the distance between the following pairs of points. Okay, between the following pairs of points. Okay, so the first, what are the first pair of points? 5, 8 and minus 3, 2. Okay, so these are the pairs of points that we need to find, and so we need to find the distance, okay, between these 2 pairs of points. This is one pair of point, this is second pair of point. Okay, so the solution, let us write, let x1 equal to 5 and then y1 is equal to 8. So this will be x1, y1, and then x2 will be minus 3 and y2 will be equal to 2. Okay, this is y2. So x1, y1 and x2 and y2 we got already. All right, so therefore we have to find the distance, no? So distance, you have to use the distance formula. So what will it be? Square root x2 minus x1 whole thing square plus y2 minus y1 whole thing square. Okay, so x2, what is x2? Our x2 is minus 3, so put the square root here. So x2 is minus 3, so minus 3, x1 is 5, minus 5 whole thing square plus y2 is 2 minus y1 is 8 whole thing square. So minus 3 and minus 5, what will it be? It will be minus 8 whole thing square plus 2 minus 4, minus 8 will be minus 6 whole thing square, right? So here we will get here minus 8 whole thing square, it will be 64, plus minus 6 whole thing square will be 36. So how much this will give us? 6 plus 4 will be 10, 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 will be 10. So 1 square root of 100. So square root of 100 will be 10, right? Square root of 100 will be, it will be 10. Okay, so we can write 10 units. Okay, so 10 units, that's the distance between these two pairs of points. The distance, how much? It is 10 units. Okay.